Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no! As the leaves continue to fall off my tree outside my house on this beautiful fall Saturday afternoon, thank you guys so much for all the love and support you have shown the unofficial Descendants of Zombies podcast on YouTube as the latest episode of Jonathan Clarke Video Blogs comes your way and happens because of each and every one of you. You guys may not realize this, but Descendants of Zombies not only gave me the honor to talk about two franchises that we both love so much, but it gave me the honor of meeting so many wonderful people. And having the honor of becoming your voice of Descendants of Zombies over the last decade has been the greatest honor of my 25-year career. I've been around for a very long time, but it's become very apparent to me that you guys brought me back and offered me a second chance to be heard as part of a whole new generation of Disney fans that is represented by kindness, passion, and the most sweethearts that I have ever encountered in my lifetime. It has become very apparent and more obvious to me than ever before that Descendants of Zombies fans' love are unconditional. For the people who upload videos about what they love, their favorite characters, their favorite moments, I just wish that more people had more respect shown for Descendants of Zombies that come from the hearts of all the fans who love their favorite characters and their favorite moments because they are a Descendants of Zombies fan. Because this universe is only so big. And I know somewhere out there today there's a girl watching this video because she is a fan of Descendants of Zombies. For whatever reason you became a fan of these franchises, I want to let you guys know that I will forever dedicate the rest of my life to uploading Descendants of Zombies videos for each and every one of you. Behind closed doors, I have made a lot of investments into this YouTube channel, and nearly $5,000 later, this YouTube channel has become the most popular Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel in the world, and this story is far from over, nor is this journey, because we still have a long way to go as fans of these franchises. Because I think the love and support that we have shown for people like Kylie Cantrell, Malia Baker, and Ruby Rose Turner, who I love so much, is truly undeniable. And because of our love and support that we have shown for these stars, these franchises will go down in history for being some of the most far successful of all time. More successful than Hannah Montana, Wizards, Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, Kim Possible, Phineas and Ferb, Tangled. It is truly unbelievable what we created, because this was just an idea that Disney put forth for each and every one of us to take a look at. And once we got a look at Descendants of Zombies, the way we responded to it was truly unbelievable. Because as a writer and a producer for Disney, I can only just give you an idea and present an idea to you guys. It's all about how you receive it, how you respond to it, and the response Descendants of Zombies has received, nobody knew it was ever going to be taken this far. Nobody ever thought that a Worlds Collide tour would happen. But because of the response from the Worlds Collide tour, so many great reviews were posted. The great reviews came from the fans. That's one thing that I noticed. It was never having anything to do with the critics who were uploading videos to their big-time YouTube channels as big-time YouTube creators just to put themselves over. They put themselves up in the corner. They record a reaction video about anything that you didn't want to hear. And in all honesty, guys, you guys have deserved far more respect for being fans of Descendants of Zombies and deserve far better for far enough now. And it's about time somebody gave you what you wanted, and I just wanted to be that guy. I wanted to talk about all the moments that made Kylie Cantrell and Freya Sky and Ruby Rose Turner into the superstars they are, because superstardom is associated with their names in every way possible. I just wish more people saw it that way and would upload videos about Descendants of Zombies that were actually worth watching, that were actually worth your time. Because there's nothing worse than being a fan of Descendants of Zombies and not being able to find the videos that you can find time in appreciating and watching. I think it's been happening for far long enough now, and it's about time somebody showed up on YouTube as the host of a show who actually had a passion for talking about Descendants of Zombies, who understood why you loved Red the way you do, who understood why you loved Mal the way that you did. I think that there is a passion and a pride that goes with talking about Descendants of Zombies, and you really got to show up on YouTube, and you really got to showcase that passion. That's why I've uploaded over 3 podcasts this morning, and it's not even lunch break. It's not even recess. I love talking about Descendants of Zombies for each and every one of you. We're just coming off of Halloween last night. It's so much fun every year when you get a girl showing up at your door dressed up as her favorite Descendants character, and she's so excited to show you who she is and tell you why she's a fan of the Descendants character that she's a fan of. Because I believe there's nothing wrong with being a fan of Descendants of Zombies. As I've said time and time again over the years, that's why this YouTube channel has become the most popular in the world for talking about Descendants of Zombies, because I know what it's like to be a fan of a franchise Disney may have promoted over the last 30 years, and I've been a part of every franchise, from Gargoyles to Darkwing Duck to DuckTales to Goof Troop to Hercules to Aladdin to The Little Mermaid to Timon and Pumbaa to Recess to Kim Possible to Hannah Montana to Wizards. I've seen the best of them come and go, but I could never remember Hannah Montana having a powerful message dropped for fans that fans ran away with, that fans felt inspired by, because Hannah Montana prided itself off the music that wasn't even written by Miley Cyrus to begin with. It was just written by a team of writers and producers that brought Hannah Montana and gave it to life. I really do believe that Descendants not only represented itself by the powerful music, but by the script and the definitive messages we got from chapter to chapter, which eventually became The Rise of Red, which presented a very different vibe, which I think a lot of the criticism resonated from. But it was because people couldn't understand the message behind Descendants always being acceptance, forever and always having been acceptance, and how it was very difficult for people to find acceptance in a world sometimes that is very cruel and very unforgiving. But I think that more people are friends now because of Descendants and Zombies and the profound messages that it's relayed that people have accepted. And that's what makes it so fun for me to sit behind this microphone, to break down and to analyze the franchises the way that they've forever and always been meant to be analyzed. And I think that's what a lot of the criticism that Clarke and Malia Baker have received has everything to do with. I wish that more people would upload videos about Descendants and Zombies with nice things said in the videos about your favorite stars, because I've seen Clarke and Malia Baker and Ruby reduced to tears for far long enough now. And I'm here to tell you guys, there's nothing wrong with crying, especially when you're crying with passion. But when you're crying over things that you don't need to be crying about, that creates a problem. You're almost left wondering in the dark, why is this happening? I mean, the girl is incredibly beautiful. She's overflowing with talent. She has every reason in the world to be proud of herself, so why is a critic trying to take that away from her? I think that the more love and support that we show these Descendant stars, it will give them the incentive and the creative energy to keep on moving forward, because there's no greater feeling than realizing that you're moving forward with a franchise, that you're bringing it to life, that you're seeing the potential in what you're bringing to life and the messages that you're relaying. I think one of the most powerful messages that we got from Kylie and Malia's friendship is that friendships can really stand the test of time and last for forever. And I think that we were waiting on something to really give us hope, to present us with the hope of a second chance existing for everybody in a world that sometimes is very cruel, that people feel very misunderstood in because of, the people they may meet, different situations they may come up with on. But I think that Descendants and Zombies really helped us get past everything that was challenging in our own lives, that served as obstacles that were sometimes very difficult to overbound. I think that everything that Descendants and Zombies taught us made people smarter and made people feel more confident in their own abilities and in their own friendships. Because I think that through the friendships of, say, Ruby Rose Turner's character Bridget and Ella, because Ella was Ruby's really only friend in the Descendants franchise, she helped us realize that all we really need in this lifetime is one really good friend. And I have seen this happen time and time again, where people have become friends over Descendants and Zombies, because it gives me confidence and hope that people are actually hearing the messages that are being relayed to them by their favorite Descendants and Zombie stars. All you need is a little bit of extra kindness and sweetness in your lifetime, and everything happens for a specific reason. You may not realize it, but everything does happen for a reason. And I have forever and always believed, that everybody has a light. It's just a matter of how and when you find your light. Sometimes people take longer than others to find that light, but I've always believed that everybody does have a light, and everybody eventually, some way or another, finds that light. I know that Dove Cameron went through a very hard time in relationships with Ryan McCartan, Thomas Doherty. She was able to move on from those, and she found the love of her life in Damiano David. And just recently I announced the engagement of Dove Cameron and Damiano David, and I'm really proud to be covering this for you guys. There are a lot of rumors being speculated on about this engagement announcement, and people are wondering if it's going to last. I think it will, because they seem very dedicated to each other, and I think Dove Cameron's been waiting on a dedicated relationship and a dedicated partner to kind of come into her lifetime. And I know his perception on life sometimes seems to be very off, so I can understand why people seem to be very skeptical on this pairing, but a lot of people also on the other side of the spectrum agree with this pairing and think this was a long time coming for Dove Cameron and something Dove Cameron deserved because she wanted to find somebody that understood her and accepted her for the person that she was. Because Dove Cameron's point of view sometimes has been misinterpreted, taken out of context, and misunderstood. I think Dove Cameron's been misunderstood for a lot of opinions she may have had on her past relationships or working relationship with everybody at Disney. I think Dove Cameron was just waiting for an opportunity to really break out and reintroduce herself to a whole new global audience, and she got that through the releases of Alchemical in 2022 and the follow-up Too Much in 2025. I have to be honest with you, when I saw Dove Cameron perform on The Late Show a couple of months prior, I was really proud to see Dove Cameron's reemergence because a lot of people had said Dove Cameron had quit on her career and quit on her fans, quit on all of us. I heard and saw everything about Dove Cameron, all the rumors, but I'm still as incredibly supportive of Dove Cameron as I was 15 years ago because I understood what Dove Cameron was going through. And 15 years later, I understand everything that Clarke and Trell may be faced with because of all the criticism she's receiving. I just saw a recent video Clarke and Trell had thrown up from her archives on her social pages of when she was about 13 years old, when she was breaking into singing and dancing, and she was so honored to have been given the opportunity to sing and dance on Disney Channel because Disney has this thing where they sprinkle you on shows before ever giving you a major opportunity to see how fans will respond to you. And I think ever since people got their first look at Clarke and Trell, they knew she was going to be something special, regardless of the role she donned. She had roles for Raven's Home, Berserk, High School Musical, the series, and of course Descendants, which became her defining role, which allowed her to reintroduce herself to a whole new global audience and have more fans than ever before. 460,000 people on social media and over 1 million on just Instagram alone have fallen in love with Clarke and Trell's photos and her passion for life. I think that's something that needs to be taken into consideration, the undeniable passion that we get from Clarke and Trell every single time that we see something Clarke and Trell has happening for her. I've never felt more honored to be a part of this and to be talking about Clarke and Trell for however long I've had the honor of talking about Clarke and Trell. I forgot how many years it's been. But through the years, I've seen this girl undergo so many dramatic evolutions that have really benefited her. And it's allowed her to really break out and become the star that she's always wanted to be. Because I've forever and always believed it's a constant struggle when you're trying to promote an album independently. And because you're trying to promote an album independently, you're allowed to, have more creative freedom. When it's all about the label and how your manager wants you to be, you can't really be who you want to be. You can't say how you feel. You can't do what you want. And there's nothing worse than feeling like you live inside of a box. I've seen so many people fail and crash and burn because of this. Come into the industry and 4 or 5 years later never seen or never heard from again. I never want to see that happen for people like Kylie and Freya because they have beautiful futures and their stars have yet to shine brighter than ever before. And I am incredibly supportive of that. And I am incredibly supportive of the stars that you guys have grown up idolizing, that you guys have seen passion in and have had a passion for, the way you collect the merchandise, the way you support your favorite characters, and how much you believe in their individual stories. For however many times somebody's hit my like button for every video I've uploaded, seriously, guys, thank you so much because you guys brought me back. As I've said time and time again on this show, you guys really did bring me back, and you saw a reemergence in me and really hope in the videos that I would upload because I talk about these franchises in a very different way from how other people chose to perceive these franchises because they're just uploading reaction videos with an opinion in them. I think that if you're going to upload a video with a reaction, at least tell people why you're a fan of the moment that you're reacting to, because it's just simply a reaction video. But if you upload a video with your thoughts in it as to why you are a fan of Descendants of Zombies, if you actually explain that, then your video makes perfect sense to whoever is watching it, from whatever age demographic. For me, it was about the powerful music and the very intriguing story because we didn't know what was going to happen from one moment to the next. While some critics suggested that Descendants' plot couldn't be more obvious, which sometimes I will admit it was, but on other times it was also very unpredictable because you never knew what was going to happen from one moment to the next, and that's what made people feel so intrigued and so excited for the next chapter, because we never knew what was coming next. I mean, off the conclusion of The Rise of Red, it was said one couldn't expect to mess with the fabric of time and not expect consequences. You didn't think this was really the end of the story now, did you? Because this story is far from over. I've often wanted to be the voice that relayed that message at the end of every Descendants chapter, because I really believe this story is far from over, because it doesn't have to be, because of how many storylines can be created and how much creative energy is in the room every single time that they shoot Descendants or they come up with ideas of what's going to happen next. I think that what's inside of this vortex, with it having yet to be revealed, it could really be anything. I've heard suggestions of mermaids, I've heard pirates and witches ending up in that conversation, but at the end of the day, every single time the sun sets, nobody really knows what's inside of this vortex. But one can believe that Zombies 5 will happen. Because, of course, when you sign a contract, you're not just signing a contract to be a part of one movie unless you decide to opt out before the next chapter is filmed. I think that when you sign a contract, you're signing for 4 or 5 years with Disney, so they know that you have potential. And at an age of 16 years old, do you really think this is the only movie that Freya Sky is going to be in for the Disney company? Even if it's not Descendants or Zombies, one should believe there will be a new chapter, and this is Disney's way of securing the future. One future that I'm incredibly excited about. And if there's anybody's future that I'm going to be incredibly supportive of, it is going to be the future of Freya Sky, because she still has a long way to go. And I'm just incredibly excited to be a part of it. And that doesn't mean that I'm going to sit here and I'm going to criticize Freya Sky, simply because I know how much she means to each and every one of you. So because I know how much she means to each and every one of you, I have never felt more honored to sit in this chair behind this microphone every day and hit the on button for the microphone to talk about Descendants of Zombies, which I will do one final time tonight before sunset, which I invite you to join me for, because I have a lot to say where Descendants of Zombies goes. I think never enough prestige can be shown to this franchise, along with enough respect. And I think that a lot of people who upload these videos about Descendants of Zombies don't have that respect for Freya's music or Kylie Control's image. And they try to find the negative in everything they talk about because they love getting reactions out of people. And every single time they get a reaction from people, you're giving them exactly what they want. I think that if we showcase the franchises for the passion that made us fans of Descendants of Zombies, it would shut the critics down. People wouldn't be getting as many views on their videos. People would have people turning away and unsubscribing because of their videos. Because if you're going to subscribe to a channel, you should subscribe to a channel that gives you meaning and showcases the purpose behind Descendants of Zombies and actually talks about the franchises for their true worth and their true value and what they represent. It's beyond me how a critic has 500,000 subscribers for his opinion, he or she's opinion on Descendants of Zombies, when they don't even deserve it. I don't even think I deserve 3,150 subscribers, but I have them. I have these subscribers because they are too very passionate about Descendants of Zombies, and they have never quit on me from the very first video that's been uploaded on this YouTube channel. And I have each and every one of you to thank for your love and support that you've shown this YouTube channel, because you guys brought me back. If I haven't said it 100 times, for sure I've said it 1,000 times. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support that you have shown this YouTube channel over the years. I honestly don't know where I would be without your love and support that you continue to show for this YouTube channel every single time that I upload a video. I know more than I ever have that I will go down in history for having been a legend, and it's because of each and every one of you and the undeniable love and support that you have shown this YouTube channel over the years. This last year has been the greatest year of my life because I not only get to talk about Descendants of Zombies, I had the honor of meeting so many incredible Descendants of Zombies fans, and I will say this all over again tonight because I have a special place in my heart, forever and always reserved for Descendants fans. Your favorite characters, your favorite moments, and I just love being on YouTube talking about it. I never ever thought this YouTube channel would have such an incredible response and such a phenomenal reach, but I have each and every one of you to thank for that, and that means so much to my heart when I can create wonderful videos that people feel inspired by and take something away from. It really gives me incentive when I know that I can create so many beautiful videos that people feel inspired by because they too are a fan of Descendants of Zombies, because I know this universe is only so big. So because I know this universe is only so big and girls are finding it really hard to find Descendants of Zombies videos that they can fall in love with and find time and appreciating, I just want to give you guys exactly that. Videos that you can find time and appreciating, because you know the guy hosting the show knows what's up, and he too loves Descendants of Zombies just as much as the person watching the video. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to become the unofficial Descendants of Zombies podcast on YouTube, the only Descendants of Zombies podcast on YouTube that you can watch, and your voice of Descendants of Zombies, because it has been the greatest honor of my life being able to sit in this chair and to be able to profile Descendants of Zombies for many, many years the way it has been meant to be profiled and to be talked about. We will pick up this conversation right where we left off later on tonight when I join you just after sunset. If you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, you are probably going to want to think about doing that, because I have a lot to say where Descendants of Zombies goes for the foreseeable future, because there is an undeniable future for Descendants of Zombies, and we are all going to be a part of history that has yet to be made. We have already witnessed so much incredible history, but we have so much history yet to be made, and I'm just excited to be a part of it with each and every one of you on this incredible journey that I feel like I've been on for what must feel like forever for many of you. Thank you guys so much for having made me your voice of Descendants of Zombies. We will talk about Descendants of Zombies so much more just before sunset this evening. Thank you guys for watching the latest episode of Jonathan Clarke Video Blog. Be kind to one another in this lifetime, because kindness goes that much further than many of you perhaps don't realize, because life is that much sweeter when all of us are. Stay calm and zombie on, everybody, because we still have a long way to go, because this story is far from over, because it really doesn't have to be. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all so much. We will talk again just after sunset tonight. Keep Descendants of Zombies forever and always in your hearts, because Descendants of Zombies has really become a way of life for many of us. It's Descendants of Zombies or die now, man. And if we're going down, we might as well go down together. Thank you guys so very much for watching this show.